In this video, we're going to discuss about function. So definition of function, let f be a relation from set A to set B. Then f is a function from A to B denoted by this symbol. Read as f is a function from A to B if and only if, number 1, the domain of f is equal to A, and number 2, for any value of x element of A, and for all yz element of B, xy element of f, and x comma z element of f implies y equals z. Okay, kung ipapaliwanag natin to, sa unang condition ng function, ang sabi lang nito, dapat yung lahat ng elements ni A nasa domain. Ibig sabihin, sa mapping diagram, dapat lahat ng nasa loob ni A may kamap, may kapartner na nasa loob ni B. Okay? And then sa pangalawang condition, ang gustong sabihin nito, na kapag meron tayong xy and then xz, as you can see, meron silang first element, pareho yung first element nila or yung first component nila ng ordered pair. So kapag pareho, ibig sabihin yung second component ay equal. Ibig sabihin yan, bawal yung parehong first component. Okay? So bawal mag-map yung iisang value ng domain, yung isang element ng domain sa more than one elements na nandito kay B. Okay? So, for illustration, halimbawa, meron tayong A, let's say we have A, and then let's say ang elements niya ay A tsaka B, and then let's say we have B, ang laman niya ay, let's say, f of A, f of B, and let's say we have some other element dito, then this is a function from A to B. So meaning, dapat lahat ng nasa loob nito, ay may kamap. Okay? So wala ka dapat makikita dyan. Kaya ang sabi, dapat yung dom F ay equal sa A. So next naman, sa B ba, pwede ba na walang kamap? Pwede siya. So katulad nito ni C. So function pa rin siya. Ngayon, kung aalamin natin ano yung domain ng F, ang domain niya ay yung A, B. So lahat ng nandito sa A, which is yung A. Tapos yung range naman ni F, so ito yung mga nakamap or nakapartner ng elements ni domain. So f of A tsaka f of B. Kasama ba si dito? Hindi. Okay? So sa range, hindi siya kasama. Ngayon, kapag ang tatanungin ay yung codomain of F, so ito naman yung lahat ng elements ni B. So f of A, f of B, tsaka C. So kahit walang kamap tong C, basta lahat ng elements ng B. So yun yung pinagkaiba ng codomain tsaka ng range dito sa function. Okay. So another thing, mapapansin nyo na yung lahat ng elements ni domain ay tig-iisa lang sila ng kamap. So kapag may nakita tayo, for example, kamap din ni A si C, so hindi na magiging function ito. Okay? So hindi pwede kay function yung may dalawang kamap yung element ni domain. Okay? So next, let's have example. So for example, we have A equals 1, 2, 3, 4. B equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. And let's say we have F, G, H, B relations from A to B. Okay, such that yung F natin is the set containing 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, and then 4, 5. And then let's say yung G natin ay 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, then 4, 5. And finally, yung h natin, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So, i-identify natin dito alin yung functions, alin dito yung hindi. Pangalawa, i-identify natin yung domain, tsaka yung range. Okay? So, unahin na natin yung domain tsaka range. So, try natin hanapin yung kay F. So, domain ng F equals yung mga first component lang. Okay, so yung 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, ano naman yung range ni F? Yung 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, yan. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Ngayon, ang tanong, ito bang F ay function? So, the answer is yes. F is a function. Bakit? Basta wala siyang nalabag na sa dalawang conditions dun sa definition, function siya. Okay? So, una, lahat, yung domain ni F ay equal kay A. So, ang domain ni F ay 1, 2, 3, 4 din. Pangalawa, wala kang makikita dito na same yung first element or first component, pero yung second element ay magkaiba. Okay? So, meaning, wala siyang nalabag doon sa definition. So, next, doon tayo kay G. So, ano yung domain ni G? So, domain ni G ay 1. Although, dalawa yung 1 natin dito, isusulat lang natin siya as isa. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, as you can see, equal pa rin to kay A. And then, yung range ng G equals 2, 3, 4, 5. So, pareho lang sila, no? Ngayon, yung G ba dito ay function? So, the answer is no. So, G is not a function. Bakit? Kasi, makikita mo na merong 1, 2 sa loob ni G at 1, 3 element of G, but 2 is not equal to 3. So, may nakita tayo, same first element, pero magkaiba yung second elements nila. Bawal sa function yan. Okay? So, next, try natin kay H. So, dom H equals 1, 2, 3. And then, yung range ni H is 1, 2, 3 din, no? So, ito, yung H natin is still not a function. Bakit? Although wala tayong nakita dito na same first element but magkaiba yung second elements, still, hindi siya function dahil nalabag niya yung first condition. Yung first condition is yung domain niya ay hindi equal doon sa A natin. Okay? So, hindi siya equal dito kay A. So, since yung dom H ay hindi equal kay A. Yung 4 kasi hindi siya element ng dom H. Hindi naging element. Wala sa dom H yung 4. Okay? Now, let's have our notation for our function. So, I know familiar na. Familiar na tayo dito. So, y is equal to f of x. So, this is the same as x comma y is element of f to our notation. Okay, so for example, if we have f of x equals x plus 1, f of 1 equals 2 implies, or if and only if 1 comma 2 is element of f. Okay? So, yan na lang natin to. F of 1 equals 2. Okay? So, let's proceed to the kinds of functions. So, meron tayong tatlong kinds dito. One-to-one function, onto, and one-to-one correspondence function. Okay? So, dito muna tayo sa one-to-one function. A function f from A to B is 1 to 1, or known as injective or injection, if for any x sub 1, x sub 2 element of A, we have f of x sub 1 equals f of x sub 2 implies x sub 1 equals x sub 2. Okay. So ano ibig sabihin nito sa 1 to 1? Ibig sabihin lang yan, dapat um, dapat yung mga elements ni domain may unique na partner sa elements ni range. So, dapat hindi sila nag-share ng partner sa elements ni range. Okay? So, halimbawa, meron tayong A, let's say, ang laman niya ay ABC, and then we have B. Ang laman niya ay, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, example ng 1 to 1, so, una, dapat may kamap lahat tong nasa loob ni A. So, let's say, kamap niya si 1, kamap niya si 2, and kamap niya si 3. Walang kamap si 4, okay lang yun, no? So, ito yung example ng 1 to 1. Okay? Tig-iisa silang ng kapartner. Hindi sila nag-share ng partner dito sa loob ni B. So, ano naman yung example na hindi 1 to 1? So, halimbawa, meron ulit tayo A. So, ang laman niya pa rin ay A, B, C. And then B, ang laman niya ay 1, 2, 3, 4 pa rin. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this time, let's make it G. And then, let's say partner ni A si 1, tapos partner ni B si 2, pero si C, partner niya rin si 1. So, nag-share sila kay 1. So, yung G ba ay function? So, the answer is yes. Function pa rin siya. Bakit? May kamap pa rin naman lahat ng nasa loob ni A. So, ang problema dito, nag-share sila ng partner dito kay B. So, ito yung ayaw ni 1 to 1. Ang gusto ni 1 to 1, dapat tag-iisa lang silang partner sa loob ni B. So, this is not 1 to 1. Bakit? Kasi meron ditong f of x is equal to f of y. F of a. Let's make it f of a equals f of c. Gawin natin f of c. Equal yung f of a tsaka f of c. So, f of a natin is 1. Tapos, f of c natin is also 1. But, ang a natin ay hindi equal sa c. Okay? So, yan yung nasa definition natin. Okay? So, next, let's have our example. So, for example, number 1. So, i-test natin kung injective to. Yung f from z to z, set of integers to set of integers, defined by f of n equals to n. Okay, so ito ba ay 1 to 1? So let's try. Let x sub 1, x sub 2 be element of z. So ito, element ng ating domain. And then consider f of x sub 1 equals f of x sub 2. So dito, kailangan nating ipakita na yung x sub 1 ay equal din sa x sub 2 from our definition. Okay? Now, substitute natin itong x sub 1 sa given function natin. So this is 2x sub 1 equals 2x sub 2. Okay? And the next, divide natin both sides by 2. So this is now x sub 1 equals x sub 2. So yan. So ganito yung magiging flow natin para i-identify kung paano i-identify na kung injective ba o hindi yung isang function. Okay? Magsisimula tayo sa f of x sub 1, i-assume natin to f of x sub 1 equals f of x sub 2. Kailangan mapakita natin x sub 1 ay equals sa x sub 2. Para masabi natin na yung f is injective or 1-to-1. Okay? So, try naman natin yung hindi injective. So, let's say we have G, a function from Z to Z pa rin, defined by G of N equals N squared. Okay. So, dito, pag gusto nating i-identify kung injective siya o hindi, and you think it is obvious na hindi siya injective. So, pwede tayo mag-provide dito ng counterexample. Okay? So, usually, ang inuuna natin yung counterexample. Kasi mas madali naman kontrahin. Isang kontra lang, so hindi na magiging true ang statement. Ngayon, kung hindi carry ng counterexample, saka tayo magpo-proceed sa ating proof, no? Okay. So, for our counter-example, so ang gagawin ko, maglalata ko yung x sub 1 is 2 and then yung x sub 2 is negative 2. Okay. So now, kung isa-substitute ko yung g of x sub 1, this is g of 2. And that is 2 squared, that is 4. Kung yung x sub 2 naman yung isa-substitute ko, that is g of negative 2, and that is negative 2 quantity squared, positive 4 pa rin. So as you can see, g of x sub 1 ay equal sa g of x sub 2. So they are equal, but yung x sub 1 ay hindi equal sa x sub 2. So, g is not injective. Okay? So, yun. So, next, let's proceed to onto. Okay. Onto function, a function f from a to b is onto, also known as surjective or surjection, if for any y element of b, there exists x element of a, so hindi ko lang nailagay, this should be element of a, such that y is equal to f of x. Okay. So, para mas maintindihan natin, let's have our illustration for number 2. So, let's say we have letter A. Ang laman niya ay 1, 2, 3. And then we have B. Laman niya ay A, B. Let's say this is our function f. Okay. So, kapag nakita nyo na, so, syempre, para maging function siya, dapat may kamap to lahat ng nasa A. So, let's have this one. So, kapag nakita nyo na lahat ng elements ni B ay may kamap, so, yun dun sa nagiging onto. Okay? So, yun yung sinasabi. Dapat, for all Y element of B, lahat ng elements ni B, dapat may makikita kang nakamap na element ni A. Okay? So sabi, there exists X such that Y equals F of X. Ibig sabihin lang yan, lahat ng elements ni B dapat may kamap na nasa loob ni A. So, dun natin masasabi na onto siya or surjective. Okay, so magbigay tayo ng example na hindi onto. So, let's say we have A. So, ganun pa rin. 1, 2, 3. And then, B is AB. Then, let's say, ito naman ay G. So, halimbawa, lahat sila ay nakamap kay A. Pwede ba yon? Yes. This is still function kasi sa isa lang naman nakamap yung bawat element ni A. Okay? Nagkataon lang na partner sila. So, sure tayo hindi na to injective, no? Kasi partner-partner sila, nag-share sila kay A. And this is also not surjective or hindi rin siya onto. Okay? Not onto. Bakit? Kasi may nag-exist na, let's say, there exists B. Ayan. Yung B, yung walang kapartner. Element of B for all X, for any X, such that B is not equal to f of x. Okay? So, meron tayong nakitang element ni B na kahit sino dito sa loob ni A ay hindi mo mahanapan ng mapping, no? Walang nakamap diyan sa B. Okay? So, let's try our example. Let's have number 1. Let's have the function f from z to c defined by, ganun pa rin, f of n equals 2n. So let's try naman. Kanina pinakita natin na ito ay 1 to 1 or ito ay injective. So try naman natin kung on to to. So tignan natin kung on to to. Now, so consider, pakita muna natin, no? Ipakita ko lang sa Scratch. Maglagay tayo ng Scratch. So, ang goal natin dito, dapat for all y element of z. So, let's change it as z. Yung second element or yung range natin. For all y element of z, there exists x element of z also such that y equals f of x. So, yan yung goal natin. Now, let's consider y equals f of x. So, ibig sabihin ba, sir, sa conclusion ka gumagalaw? So, the answer is no. Okay? So, ito lang yung gagamitin natin, tapos kailangan natin ipakita na palaging may value si x, palaging may element si domain na nakamap sa range natin. Okay? Sa elements ng range. So, let's say y is equal to f of x. That means y equals, substitute lang natin f of x dito sa definition ng ating function. So, this is y equals 2x. So, divide natin both sides by 2. So, y over 2 is equal to x. Now, ang tanong, kahit anong y ba, kahit anong value ng y ba ang ilagay mo dito, yung y natin, take note, ay integer. So, kahit anong value ba ng y, ang lalabas sa x natin ay integer din. So, yun ang magiging tanong dyan. Okay? So, the answer is no. Okay? Para mapakita natin kung bakit hindi, magbigay lang tayo kahit isang example. No? So, if y is equal to 1, then 1/2 is not an element of z. So, hindi na siya integer. Hindi na siya element ng domain. Okay, yung x. Ang sabi sa definition, dapat lahat ng y. Kahit anong y ang i-substitute mo dyan, dapat merong integer na magmamap dyan. Ang problema, pag si y yung nilagay mo dito, wala kang makitang value ni x, which is integer, na lalabas ay 1/2. Magsasatisfy dito sa y equals f of x. Okay? So, yun na violate na yung ating definition. So, this shows that there exists y, so meron tayong nakitang y for any x, kahit anong isipin mong integer. Okay? Walang magmamap dyan. So, such that y is not equal to f of x. So, hindi na-satisfy yung y equals f of x. So, therefore, f is not surjective. Okay? So, although injective siya, hindi siya surjective. Okay? So, let's try another example. Number 2. What if we have g, a function from z to z, defined by g of n equals n plus 1. So, ito ba ay surjective? So, let's consider again. Consider y equals g of x. G ang gamit natin, no? And what is g of x? G of x is x plus 1. So, y equals x plus 1. So, ang una lang natin ginagawa, sinusolve lang natin yung x in terms of y. So, lipat natin tong 1 sa kabila. So, this is now y minus 1 equals x. And then, the question here is, ito bang y minus 1? Take note that y is an integer. Y should be an integer. And x must be an integer also. So, ito bang y minus 1 or any integer ba na pag binawas mo ng 1, binawasan mo ng 1, still an integer? So, the answer is yes, no? So, since y minus 1 is still an integer, is always an integer for any value of y, ngayon, kung kukontray mo to, mag-provide ka ng example. Isa lang na pangontra dyan. Okay? Pero pag wala kang pangontra dyan, then we're going to accept that y minus 1 is always an integer, which is, that is x, no? For any y element of z. So therefore, g is surjective. Okay? So ganun lang for the test of surjective. So let's try naman yung bijective function. So we are done with one-to-one function, or let's call it as injective function, onto, or let's call it a surjective function, and then let's try now bijective function. A function is one-to-one correspondence, bijective or bijection, if it is both one-to-one and onto. So meaning, para masabi natin na bijective ang isang function, ito-test natin. Dalawang test ang gagawin natin. Test for one-to-one and then test for onto. So kapag nasatisfy niya pareho siyang one-to-one and onto, so doon natin masasabi na bijective siya. Okay? So let's try. Example. By the way, ano ba itsura ng bijective? Itsura niyan, we have A, 1, 2, 3, B, A, B, C. So, ayan, ganyan ang itsura. So, ibig sabihin niyan, tag-iisa lang silang partner, walang sharing, and at the same time, lahat ng elements ni B ay may kamap. Okay? So, yun yung bijective functions. Okay? And napaka-useful nito sa cardinality. So, you have to understand the concept of the bijective function. Imagine mo lahat dapat ay may kamap sa loob ni A. Okay? So, kapag kasi may isang element ni A na walang kamap, hindi na siya function, no? So, dapat lahat may kamap. And, another thing sa bijective, lahat din may kamap si B. At bukod dyan, dapat walang nag-share sa element ni B. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Nagpareho sila ng bilang. Okay? Kumbaga, equivalent sila. Same cardinalities. Pag kinuha mo yung cardinalities ni A and cardinalities ni B, dapat same sila ng cardinalities. Kasi dapat may kamap din si B. And walang dodoble kay B. Okay? So, in short, kung ilan si A, ganun din si B. Okay, so yun. Yung concept na yun or yung idea na yun, magagamit natin in the future sa topic under cardinalities. Okay? So now, let's go back to bijective. Let's have our example. Number 1, let's have f from R to R defined by f of n equals 5n. So let's try kung ito ba ay bijective o hindi. Okay? So test for injective. Test for injective. Okay. So wait lang. Okay. So let's go back. Test for injective. Okay. So pakita natin yung goal. Ang goal natin, dapat for any x1, x2 element of R, f of x sub 1 equals f of x sub 2 must implies x1 equals x sub 2. So, i-assume natin to, papakita natin x1 equals x sub 2. Okay. So, consider f of x sub 1 equals f of x sub 2. So, what is f of x sub 1 by definition? This is 5x sub 1. And then yung f of x sub 2, that is 5x sub 2. So, ang dali lang niya, no? I-divide lang natin siya by 5. So, maka-cancel na. So, this is now x sub 1 equals x sub 2. So, therefore, f is injective. Okay? So, let's try test for surjective. Okay, so our goal, dapat for any y element of R, there must exist x element of R such that y equals f of x. Now, consider y equals f of x. Ang f of x natin ay 5x, no? Y equals 5x. So, using this definition. And then, divide natin both sides by 5. So, this is now y over 5 equals x. Now, ang tanong, okay. So, kahit anong values ba ng y, pag sinasubstitute mo dito ay real number pa rin. So, the answer is yes. So, since y over 5 is always real number for any real number y, therefore, f is surjective. Okay? So, yung kanina, hindi to gumana kasi hindi siya naging surjective kasi ang pinag-usapan natin ay set of integers. This time, we're talking about set of real numbers, no? And then, for bijective, since f is both injective and surjective, therefore, f is bijective. Okay? Now, pakita naman natin yung example na hindi bijective. So, number 2, let's try g, a function from R to R, defined by g of n equals n squared. Okay, so, una, test for injective again. Test for injective. Okay? So, dito, nagbibigay na kagad ako ng counter example. So, let x sub 1 equals 1 and then x sub 2 equals negative 1. Okay? Then, pag isosolve natin, g of x sub 1, equals g of 1, and that is 1 squared, 1. G of x sub 2 is equal to g of negative 2, that is negative 1 squared, and that is positive 1. So as you can see, g of x sub 1 is equal to g of x sub 2, but x sub 1 is not equal to x sub 2. Okay? So, g is not injective. And kung hindi siya injective, automatic na yan, g is not bijective. Kasi para maging bijective, dapat both injective and surjective. Okay? So, yun. Next. So, let's proceed to our last part, inverse function. So, if f is a function from a to b, and let's say this is a bijective function, then yung inverse niya ay ito. Okay, f inverse equal from b to a such that f inverse of y is equal to x. Okay, so this symbol is the inverse of the function f. Okay, so sa madaling salita dito, kung meron tayong, let's say a, at ito yung laman niya, 1, 2, 3, b ang laman niya ay a, b, c, and then huwag na natin pahirapan. So, let's say ganyan yung mapping. So, this is an example of a bijective function. So, kung kukunin natin yung inverse, kabaliktaran lang, no? Yun yung magiging inverse niya. So, magiging A, B, C. Ito na yung magiging bagong domain. And then, nagpalit lang yung domain tsaka yung range nila. So, ganun sa inverse. 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, palit lang sila. So, si A, kamat ni 2, si B, kamat ni 1, and then si 3. So, yan. So, ito yung F inverse. Okay? So, ganito sa bijective function. Okay. Now, take note ha. Yung function natin, meron talaga silang inverse. Okay? Ang sinasabi lang dito, yung inverse ng bijective function, unang-una, ang inverse niya ay function din. Okay? And then another thing, kasi kung iisipin natin, yung ibang function, kapag kinuha mo yung inverse nila, nagiging radical na, let's say, positive, negative. No? So, dalawa na. Nakamap na sa dalawa yung values ng domain. So, parang hindi na siya nagiging function. Okay? So, usually nangyayari yan sa quadratic. Pag kinuha mo yung inverse ng quadratic function. No? Okay. Pero dito sa bijective, pag kinuha mo yung inverse niya, automatic function na talaga yan. Okay? Pabalik lang. Nagiging pabalik lang. So, hindi nito sinasabi na dapat bijective muna para magkaroon ng inverse. Okay? So, kahit hindi siya bijective, meron siyang inverse. Ang point lang ng definition nito ay ano ba yung inverse ng bijective function. Okay? Ang inverse daw ng bijective function, so dito sa definition natin ng inverse function kasi baka ma-misinterpret natin na since we're talking about bijective, dapat bijective muna bago magkaroon ng inverse. So dito, ang dinidefine lang natin na inverse dito ay yung inverse ng bijective function. So we will focus on the definition of the inverse of a particular kind of function known as bijective function. Okay? So, this time, ang gagawin natin, Magbibigay ako ng example and then i-test natin kung bijective siya. And then after that, hanapin natin yung inverse. Okay, so for our last example, let's say we have f, a function from z to z, defined by f of n equals n plus 1. So, hanapin natin, i-test natin kung injective, surjective, bijective, and kung ano yung inverse niya. Okay. Now, test for injective. So, consider f of x sub 1 equals f of x sub 2. So, f of x sub 1 is x sub 1 plus 1. F of x sub 2 is x sub 2 plus 1. So, mag-minus lang tayo both sides ng 1. So, x sub 1 plus 1 minus 1. X sub 2 plus 1 minus 1. So, this is now x sub 1 equals x sub 2. So, pinakita ko to kasi kailangan ko ipakita na dapat magli-lead siya into x sub 1 equals x sub 2. Okay? So, hindi dapat siya mag-magic lang. No? So, F is injective. Next, test natin kung surjective siya. Test for surjective. So, consider y equals f of x. So, f of x natin is x plus 1. Solve natin yung x in terms of y. So, y minus 1 equals x. Now, since y minus 1 is always an integer for any y element of z, so therefore, f is surjective. Okay? And then, the last one, since f is both injective and surjective, therefore, f is bijective. Now, since bijective siya, hanapin natin yung inverse. So, find the inverse. So, kapag bijective, so ganito natin gagawin yung inverse. Y equals f of x. Pagpapalitin lang natin yan. So, i-substitute muna natin definition ng f of x natin. So, that is x plus 1. Pagpapalitin lang natin yung x tsaka y. So, yung y magiging x, yung x magiging y. Tapos, solve for y. So, transpose natin itong positive 1 sa left side. So, this is now x minus 1 equals y. And yung y equals x minus 1, ayan na yung magiging inverse. So, f negative 1 of n equals n minus 1. So, this is now our inverse. Okay? So, ginawa ko ng n kasi ito, magiging ano yan, f of negative 1 x equals x minus 1. So, pinalitan ko na ng okay, pinalitan ko ng f of negative 1 itong y. So, that's all for this topic.